chose his side and you're not gonna like it one bit. Former Trump opponent John Kasich is a reject. He gives meaning to draining the swamp. He is a career politician who wants to push globalism from the right. He is all about open borders. He wants to flood America with illegals, refugees, and openly supports opening the borders fully to everyone who wants to come in and ruin America. Advertisement. That's right, Kasich has once again sided with anti-American liberals, and has made it even easier for these wild monsters to exhume Confederate soldiers and from their graves and throw them in the river. There was a small Ohio town that dug up the bodies of Confederate soldiers and discarded their remains in a dirty lake, has motivated Ohio Governor John Kasich to put forth legislation allowing other cemeteries to do the same. This is completely disgusting. It's almost visceral. We owe a great deal of gratitude to history and the brave men and women who have fought and died to make this great country what it is today, read a statement released by the governor's office. However, we are the divided people. Gone is the nation that looked past its racist, violent history in favor of that warm tale where everyone was equal and the future was bright. Advertisement. This shows who Kasich has been for a long time. If an official supports the desecration of veteran graves, that official should be removed immediately. Confederate monuments in public spaces are nothing more than grotesque reminders of the fake news that once threatened our great republic, and which threatens us again today. Let's leave memories of the Confederacy where they belong, on the internet, and reclaim this great land for more righteous mistakes and tragedies yet to come, the statement concluded. Trump and the rest of the right needs to immediately condemn Kasich. John Kasich has thrown his 2020 hopes down the drain. What do you think of this disgusting malarkey? California Catholic school removes statues of Jesus and Mary to avoid alienating students. The San Domenico School, a Catholic school located in San Anselmo, California, made the decision to remove statues of Mary and Jesus in order to be more inclusive to other religions. They are now facing backlash for removing the important figures from school grounds. Yes, to be more inclusive at a religious institution that is based on the figures those two statues immortalize. Amy Skews Cox heads up the school's board of trustees. It's not confirmed whether she's Catholic or not. She is worried about alienating potential statues. Advertisement. If you walk on the campus and the first thing you confront is 3 or 4 statues of Saint Dominic or Saint Francis, it could be alienating for that other religion, and we didn't want to further that feeling, she said. Head of school Cicely Stock also believes that it makes sense because most students aren't Catholic. Well, let me enlighten Cicely Stock. People don't send their children to Catholic school because it's inclusive. They do it because it is a private and Christian values coincide with Western society. This is absolutely insane. Many parents are furious with the asinine decision. One parent, Shannon Fitzpatrick, said in an email that she wasn't very happy at all with the decision. Advertisement. Articulating an inclusive foundation appears to mean letting go of San Domenico's 167-year tradition as a Dominican Catholic school and being both afraid and ashamed to celebrate one's heritage and beliefs. In our time here, the word Catholic has been removed from the mission statement, sacraments were removed from the curriculum, the lower school curriculum was changed to world religions, the logo and colors were changed to be less Catholic, and the uniform was changed to be less Catholic. There are other families having the same concerns I do. Many parents feel if the school is heading in a different direction then the San Domenico community should have been notified before the signing of the enrollment for the following year, she later added. They tried to lessen the blow by leaving up a portion of the statues. How much, you may ask? They left up 10% of the statues. They left up 18 of the 180 statues. This is sickening and repulsive and shows the true goals of the left. They want to eradicate whites and Christians. We must fight. What do you think? Black Lives Matter founder voted worst person on planet after video attack on Trump leaks. The co-founder of Black Lives Matter believes President Trump is literally trying to kill our communities on a scale comparable to Adolf Hitler. President Trump, who desegregated golf courses in Mar-a-Lago, Florida and has been an employer of every race imaginable, is like Hitler. So, he hates Jews and wants to kill them. He wants socialism. He wants to conquer Europe and have the whole world speaking German. Advertisement. Oh wait, he doesn't want to do any of that. Let's see what she had to say. We wouldn't as a movement take a seat at the table with Trump because we wouldn't have done that with Hitler. Trump is literally the epitome of evil, all the evils of this country, be it racism, capitalism, sexism, homophobia, and he has set out the most dangerous policies, not just that impacts this country but that impacts the globe. Patricia Urs, one of BLM's 3 co-founders, told the Los Angeles Times in a Friday interview. Yes, she is serious. This is the most idiotic thing that has continued for too long. Advertisement. Trump isn't Hitler, he isn't like Hitler, he isn't a dictator. He wants less government and wants American sovereignty. He doesn't want to take over the world. He just wants America to be America. She continued. And so for us, the answer is not to sit with Trump but to resist him and to resist every single policy that he's implemented that impacts our communities, Urs said. I'm thinking about what I want my children to know in 30, 40, 50 years, and I want them to know that I resisted a president at all costs because this president literally tried to kill our communities. If she wants to be realistic, we need to stop immigration for quite a while because if it continues, Texas will flip blue and there will never be a GOP president again. So, if that's racism, then facts are racist. Share the truth about Black Lives Matter. Howard Dean rips Obama for running his big mouth at Trump, predicts Trump's brutal response. The DNC had to suffer this summer. They endured their worst fundraising month in July in 10 years. Howard Dean and Brad Bannon are very worried about it. Democrats badly need Barack Obama, declared strategist Brad Bannon, adding, he offers such a vivid contrast to Trump in behavior and temperament. Advertisement. While Democrats across the nation are still whining about the Hillary Clinton shocking loss, President Donald Trump has succeeded where others have failed. The Obama presidency was one of the main contributing factors to President Trump's victory. During a segment on MSNBC's Morning Joe on Friday, Dean said Obama should resist calls by Democrats to speak out against Trump, because it would only make things easier for the president. You only have one president at a time, and to violate that would actually give Trump a target at which he could carry on. Trump loves to have a convenient whipping person, and that would be Obama. Advertisement. Dean believes that it is time for the Democrats to change to their next generation of their leaders. They need a change to lead the charge against Trump, and Dean wants people like Kamala Harris leading it, not Obama. They're going to have to fight through this by themselves. Obama can't do it. He is not the president anymore. I think if he gets into this big time, he makes it easier for Trump, not harder. Obama, like Trump, did seem to call his own shots during his 2 terms, even though he was being told what to do by Islam, the UN, and the George Soros-led globalists. As a result, as reported by The Hill in early August, an Obama aide said the former president is planning a return to the national stage this fall. The aide described Obama's re-emergence as a delicate dance. According to unnamed former advisors, he doesn't want to be a foil against Trump. Then again, many wonder if Barack will stop himself from doing it because he has had issues staying out of elections this past year. What do you think about Howard Dean calling out Obama? Media in meltdown over Trump's pardon of Sheriff Joe Arpaio. During Friday's edition of mainstream media darling MSNBC's All in a Washington Post columnist tried to dispute President Trump pardoning Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Catherine Rampell tried to say that pardoning RPEO is an attack on the Constitution and the judicial system. The mainstream media duo of MSNBC and The Washington Post is embarrassing to say the least. They fail to understand what pardons are for. Advertisement. Pardons aren't for people who haven't committed crimes, and pardons aren't there just to agree with a judge's decision. Pardons are there to excuse a criminal after they have been convicted of a crime. You can only pardon criminals. RPEO is a criminal in the eyes of one judge, and Trump knows this, hence the pardon that is overdue. Rampell said, "If there was any doubt in anyone's mind that law and order was code for making it easier to harass people of color, this is confirmation. I would also point out that this is a direct attack on our Constitution and on the independence of our federal judiciary." You remember, there was a lot of concern during the campaign about the fact that he attacked a judge of Mexican descent, Judge Curiel, right? This is so much worse. Because the crime that he is being pardoned for is effectively not following the Constitution. Because a judge determined what his officers were doing was harassment, was discrimination. He refused the court's order. And this is Trump saying to the public, "You know what, I agree. We shouldn't listen to what judges say." Advertisement. Rampell neglects any factual evidence and goes right for the race card. RPEO didn't harass people because of color. Latinos are of Hispanic descent, making them European descendants. That makes them white. There is a reason there is a box on the EEO portion of applications that you select after race that says Hispanic, Latino, or not Hispanic, Latino. What do you think of this ridiculous analysis?